They want us to be a lawless, ungodly people.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments.
Once you understand, first you got to understand who you are, right? We got to understand that we're the Israelites. God is dealing with us and only us, right? And he gave us his commandments. Then you got to understand the fear of God. When we break his commandments, what happens to us?
Get cursed.
Curses, yes, evil who comes upon us. That's why David said this. Read it again.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee. Why?
And I am afraid of thy judgments.
Because you don't know how God can judge you. You don't know when your mercy or when your grace runs out. You've been doing evil for 20 plus years. You find out, oh, hold up, I'm an Israelite. God gave me the commandments. I need to keep the commandments. That should instill fear in us. Because once we break God's law, you leave yourself open. Give me the willful sin. What is that? Hebrews 10, 26? Is that what I want? Yeah, give me willful sin. Hebrews 10, 26. Watch this. Watch this. Because we learning all these things. We learning the commandments.
Right.
And then we're going to get Ecclesiastes after this. Watch this.
This the book of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26.
Bring it out.
For if we sin willfully.
If we sin willfully, I think I was brought out earlier. What is sin? Let's get a definition. Let's get the biblical definition of sin. Because that's easier than whatever we can think of, right? The Bible defines itself clearly. That's why we got to get in the habit of using the Bible, right? Read.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So what is sin? Read the bottom half.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So what is sin? Exactly, transgression or breaking of the law. Now go back to Hebrews. Watch this.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin,
if we transgress or break the law
willfully,
meaning you know the commandment, meaning you know marriage is honorable, but you're willfully committing adultery. Watch this.
After that we have received the knowledge of truth.
What is the truth? Or what do you think the truth is? Because Christianity is a lie. Islam is a lie. So what's the truth?
I mean, it just makes sense, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, usually in Christianity, there's a lot of missing stuff. You don't really explain.
Exactly. That's why we're using the Bible. When we ask you a question, where do we go to prove it? We go to the book to prove it. That's where Christianity has failed us. That's why we can't define things. What is sin? Something bad. Okay, but what's bad to me might not be bad to you. It's vague.
Right.
What's the truth? The truth is your truth. Okay,
Right.
your truth could be different from my truth.
Right.
So we got to go back to the Bible to define everything, especially when we're talking about God and get it back to our rightful state. Watch this.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 142.
Bring it out.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
So what's the truth?
There's law, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. The truth is God's laws. Now go back to Hebrews. Watch this.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully,
If we transgress or break the law willfully,
after that we have received the knowledge of the truth,
after we have received the knowledge of God's laws, because the truth is what? The truth is the law.
there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
There remaineth no sacrifice for sins. Christ was that ultimate sacrifice to redeem us from certain sins. But once we commit sin willfully, you're ignoring Christ and you're inviting judgment on you from Almighty God. That's not what we want to do. Obviously, we don't want to do that, because look at us. We're still suffering. This happened, almost 500 years ago.
Right.
But are we still suffering the effects today? Yeah, you can tell by a lot of our last names. Johnson, Stevenson, Robinson, those are our slave master names. But they're passed down through generations. And we wear it proudly. We wear it proudly. Why? Give me lack of knowledge. What's that, Hosea? Watch this. This is why we proudly go to the Christian church. We proudly say, oh, I'm a Muslim, I'm in Islam, Allah this, Muhammad that. Muhammad was a pedophile, by the way. No, he definitely was. He definitely was a pedophile, by the way. Watch this.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Give me knowledge. Give me knowledge, because this is what we lack. This is what destroys it, a lack of knowledge. Us proudly saying I'm black, that's a lack of knowledge. Because where is the land of black?
Man, black in Africa?
Where in Africa? There's 54 countries in Africa. Which one?
West.
Why West? Why not East? There is no land of black. That's what I'm trying to make. There is no land of black. Every other nation, they have a home, they have land they can go back to. Chinese people come from where?
China.
Japanese people come from where?
Yeah, man.
But when it comes to us, where do we come from?
We don't want to, yeah.
Exactly. It gets murky. We don't know. But our history is here in the Bible. That's why they make sure to take it from you, twist it, remix it, and give it back to you.
Bring it on.
Protestant, Baptist, Catholic, Anglican, Episcopalian, Presbyterian. There's over 50,000. But they're all trying to use the same book. But remember, the Bible said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So we got to find out, what is that knowledge?
Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. For the priest's lips shall keep knowledge.
So it says the priest's lips, or the pastor, or whoever's teaching the Bible, it said their lips, they should keep knowledge, meaning they should be teaching the people knowledge. Right. What is the knowledge?
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
They should seek the what?
The law at his mouth.
So what is that knowledge that the pastors, the preachers, the teachers, what is the knowledge that the people should be coming to them for? What is it?
I'm not sure.
Read it again.
For the priest's lips shall keep knowledge, and they shall seek the law at his mouth.
So that would be you, and they, the people, should seek the law from the priest or the pastor. So what is the knowledge that we should be seeking?
Law.
There you go. The law.
That's right.
Because now go back to Hosea. You're gonna see how it connects. Watch this.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge, and what is that knowledge again? The law. We are destroyed because the lack of God's laws in our lives personally and in our communities. Because one of God's laws, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Thou shalt not kill. Imagine if we applied those are just two. Imagine if we applied those two laws in our communities. Will we fill up the jails like we do?
Bring it up.
Will we fill up the prisons at alarming rates? No. And that's just applying two of God's laws. But because of the lack of knowledge, the lack of God's laws, that's how we're destroyed. That's how we get taken advantage of left and right. That's how all the other races can do whatever they want to us. They can sell us whatever. Chinese man, he can literally come in your neighborhood, put sweet and sour sauce on rat and sell it to you. Don't speak no English. They get grants to set up these places. It's hard for us to even get loans. They get grants. You don't even have to pay that money back. The bank, they give them 10 grand off rip. Like, hey, set up your Honey and Delight right there.
Right.
All they gotta do is put sweet and sour sauce on rat or cat, fry it up.
Right.
Black man gonna go right in there.
Right. Bring it up.
That's because we lack knowledge.
Right.
We don't know what it means to apply God's laws with one another. Because why? This is one of the reasons we have this in our mind. We see this as God. But when I see you, I'm supposed to see Jesus Christ.
Bring it up.
Why? Because you look like Jesus Christ.
Right.
Literally. I'm supposed to see Christ in you. Now think about it. Would I steal from Jesus Christ? Would I kill Jesus Christ? That's how we're supposed to act towards one another.
Right.
I'm not going to sleep with your wife. Why? You're my brother. I'm supposed to apply the law with you. But this is what we lack. This is what destroys us. Finish it up.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Because we don't want to keep God's laws, God is saying, I will also reject you. Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast rejected the law of thy God, I will also reject thy children.
I will also.
Forget thy children.
God is saying he will not accept us when we're not keeping his laws.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.